Excellent. I found a bride for Stannis at last. So you can, you know, carry on with whatever inconsequential dealings he'll be carrying on with. Robert II seems to have an ungodly number of claims on everywhere. I'm guessing that's because he's taken control of a large number of lordships from people and given them back after rebellions or something along those lines. Maybe that's the case. Not certain. But it could be the case. Seems to put it in perspective when I zoom out like this that I've not really progressed much. Not on the grand scale in any case. But I do thank those who keep up to date with the series. There's a good 20 or so people that are still watching regularly at this point, and I have to just commend them, really, because, well, they've been deeply patient, much as I have, to try and get to a point where I've made any significant climb up the ladder. But with even the small glimmer of luck, we'll be there soon enough. As you can see, Stone Drum now is quite well upgraded in Dragonstone. I've been sinking money into that throughout this, series. That's kind of where it's basically the only thing that you can spend money on other than bribes and mercenaries. But I like the fact that money's kind of a tool for power, and you can invest it rather than it being just something that you'd spend on baubles and such like. I guess that's the other thing you can use money for there. I just paid about 10 gold to help an artist's work on a painting of the Mother, one of the 7, and I got 1 diplomacy for that. Oh, in 3rd place in a tournament. Quite a few successes in the arena. Oh goodness, I've just realised what's happening. The Reach has declared war, and it's trying to claim the Stormlands. Oh goodness me. Oh god, look at those troop numbers, that's preposterous. Oh dear me, this is going to be a struggle now, and possibly a race against time. I don't think I will lose my claim on the Stormlands if the Reach takes it over, but the Reach will have command of an incredibly large area, and I don't know if the forces of Dawn would be enough to overpower them if they do manage to take control of it. But you never know, the Stormlanders might rally, I suppose. It's just that they seem to be outnumbered about 3 or 4 to 1. I would say at least 4 to 1, in fact. And a lot of their territories are already coming under siege. Not to mention the fact that it takes about 20 years to move anywhere in the Stormlands. Although there is the slight bonus of the fact that, they're assaulting places. Excellent. Well, they're going to be bleeding troops for a little while, which should buy us some time and hopefully give us a bit more of an advantage should we inherit Dawn anytime soon and hopefully be able to lay claim to Dawn. As you can see, the Stormlanders' main force has just been defeated by the Reach, which is only going to expedite their success in claiming the Stormlands. I'm getting incredibly worried about this now, but you never know. The AI is really stupid, so maybe I'll be lucky enough to sort of avoid that outcome. It usually takes quite a lot of war score to actually capture a Lord Paramountcy, which makes sense, it's a big deal. Oh goodness, they're being absolutely annihilated by the massed forces of the Reach. This isn't. Alright, so not much hope for a military victory from the Stormlanders here. My best hope is probably well, my best hope is that Arianne dies soon and I can send my troops in to deal with. Well, I might not necessarily have to deal with the Reachmen, I suppose. I can just capture some Stormlands territories, although I'll probably have to kill some Reachmen to make it easier on myself. Now, a man's claimed to have seen dead men walking. And, of course, the smart move is to deny that that's the case. Because that's a good plan, really, oh god. They seem to have... Oh, goodness me. medic of the Reach has just taken control of the Stormlands as well as the Reach. Oh dear God. Okay. It's a hell of a lot of green. Right. Oof. This is a pain, and it's going to be really tough to deal with. We still have Dawn, and I'm not giving up hope on taking the Stormlands back. Absolutely, I will continue to plot to kill Medic and, you know, any other members of his family that I can kill. This is a very heavy blow, but we're not out. I promise you. Just stay with me. We can absolutely still do this with Dawn. See, this is why I'm a little annoyed by the fact that the Reach acquired those Crownlands territories for no good reason. Like, you remember the rebellion that they fought, and then they just suddenly received the territories that rose up in rebellion against the Crown. That made no sense to me, and it's very frustrating that they were given such a huge chunk of territory to go with their huge chunk of territory. But we'll find a way around it. We can do this. So a troubadour has come to visit, and so I can either gain 1 learning or 1 intrigue, or that make Sept and Selwyn like me more, but God, that's not worth it. Or I can just pay them and gain the trait Charitable, which will give me 3 diplomacy. Which is kind of tempting, but just arranged a betrothal for Stangelina there. Lord Donal of the Vale, Donal Arryn, is the heir to the Vale, I believe. So we should have a finger in that particular pie, assuming they do get married. Essentially, we've got a faceless man offering to give us a free death kill, but we have to pay via being maimed. So we're going to ignore that one, because I would... Yeah, it's the worst way of dealing with it, because it's something that's really going to plague my character afterwards, and I want to keep Stannis III in the best of health and condition, because he's a very strong character in this, so we'll cancel that plot, because it never really gained any speed. Stangelina will be educated with Cedric Waters, who appears to be a fine tutor for my children. He's a very welcome addition to my court. A whole 11% chance of killing Ariane if we just send an assassin. You can just... Oh my goodness! Yes! It's happened! It's happened, everyone! Oh, wow. Prince Stannis I of Dorne fulfilled the ambition to become a Lord Paramount. Ariane the Splendid has died. That's right, everybody. We are now Lord Paramount of Dorne. Oh my goodness, the waiting has just made it all the more fantastic. Oh wow, look at that. That's ours. Oh wow, look at these toys. Holy crap, that's 30,000 troops and a massive navy. Oh yes, this will end well for me. The waiting, the willing our grandmother to die, it's just all paid off, and now we have Dawn. Oh wow, such glee. Now we don't want independence, we don't want 5 children. Difficult to pick a particular ambition at the moment, because we're not really sure what the next step is, other than perhaps separating the Stormlands from the Reach, which isn't it's not... Spit it out, Cameron. It's not an ambition that you can select. So we'll help Stannis with his learning. Now, for some reason, Stannis remains my heir. And even though she's been exiled, she still remains the heir. Now, we have a large number of weak claims, and all of them seem to require us to go to war with Medic of the Reach. We can claim the Stormlands from him and go to war with the entirety of the Reach. That's still an option, but it's a little tricky. Because they're so powerful. But what we can probably do is claim Sharp Point, because all we would have to do is fight Lord Donald of the Iron Islands to gain it back, and we have a fairly large number of troops, so we could probably overwhelm the Iron Islanders, and also they're on the other side of the map to where I'm going to attack, so yes, seems reasonable. Sorry, just gonna do, yeah, another zoomed out view of my dominion. It's annoying that the Reach is so big now, because otherwise mine would look more impressive. But the main thing is that Dawn is ours. We have Dawn.